What's up, everyone? So I thought I'd go live for a bit, and then I need to crack on with the day. But at the moment, I'm just around with times, trying to work out what's the best time to go live for you guys. 'Cause one of the things I found out that going live between 9 and 11 is not always the best time. So just playing around and find out what the best time to go live. So one of the things I was thinking about is talking about moon water, which I totally forgot to pick up. Yeah, which I don't think I need to show you really what water looks like. So yeah, moon water. So it is kind of is what it sounds like, moon water. Normally, say moon water. So moon water is just normal water. You get it from a tap or wherever, and you put it out in the moonlight. So what I mean by that is when it's a full moon, again, yeah, so right, let me start from the beginning. So moon water is just normal water, it could be tap water, yeah, it could be, I don't know, river water, whatever, it's water, and you put it out in the moonlight, so before you go to bed at night, put it outside. If you don't have access like to a garden or anything like that, just put it on your windowsill. Go to bed at night, and then when you wake up, you have moon water. Again, I don't have anything written out, so maybe a little bit wishy-washy, this chat. So when you put the water outside, the energy from the moon will charge up the water. Like I said, previously, guys, everything's energy. I'm energy, you're energy. The device that you're watching this video on, that's energy. Everything. Sun is energy, the wind is energy. Everything big and small, physical and non-physical, is all energy. So the moon, again, is energy. And you can, I used to work in a care home, and every full moon and new moon, people with dementia used to go a little bit cuckoo, and it is true. So when you hear that saying of people going a little bit crazy around full moon, new moon, it is true. I definitely saw a difference in people's mental and physical way. So anyway, so the energy from the moon will charge up the water, and then you can use it for anything, everything and anything. Like I said, guys and girls, this conversation is a bit wishy-washy because I don't have anything written down. So what I tend to do, so what I've done the other day, I made some the other day, is put it outside in the morning, bring it back in, hold it in your hands. This is what I got told to do. Hold it in your hands, or put your hands on the bottle or whatever, and I got told to say something like, "Dear Moon, thank you for blessing this water for." So it could be for protection, it could be for cleansing energy, it could be for bringing in positive energy, it could be for healing, it could be for anything. And then you use the water as you wish. You can drink the water. Obviously, make sure it's in a concealed container, but most people drink the water. Some people use it. I tend to use it in my what do you call it? Not a humidifier. I can't remember the name of it. But I tend to use my moon water in like a little, I call it cauldron. I can't remember the name of it. It's one of those devices, as I said, my mind's going completely blank. But it's one of those devices where you put the water in, then you put essential oils in, and then you press a button, and all that smoky stuff comes out. I can't remember it. Basically, I put it in that, then I turn it on, and then I don't know if there's any water in there. Probably not. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you see like the smoke come out. I can't remember what it's called. There is a name. There is a name for this. See all the things coming off. There is a name for that. I just cannot remember the name for it. But I put the essential oils plus the moon water in that, and then makes the room smell nice. And it charges up the room. So I put moon water in that, and then what I did my moon water for was for you can use it for like multiple things. So when you say thank you moon for charging this water, you can say more than a couple of things. So with me, it was thank you moon for charging this water for protection and cleansing any unwanted energy. The list can be as big or as small as you like. So for me, it was for protection and cleansing. So when I use that water, the moon water, it is for cleansing and protection around the home. I can put it on myself. Like I said, it's just water, it's just tap water, so you're not going to have any allergic reaction to it. You just can put it on yourself. Can use it as a room spray, put a little bit of essential oils in it, use it as a room spray. You can use it for cleaning. You can use it for anything. You use the moon water to, I don't know, if you've got hard floors or a steamer, you can put it in there and clean with it. So you use it as normal water, but it's charged by the moon. You're cleaning plus you're using that moon energy to do whatever you want it to do. Hoping I'm making sense, guys. Again, you can always look up moon water and how to make moon water. But what I've just said is basically how to make it. There is a difference between, again, this is just my theory, and everyone else's theory is different. It all depends on what you believe in. So we're in full moon at the moment. So to me, a full moon is to get rid of. So if there's anything that you want to get rid of, you use the full moon to get rid of whatever. Now, don't get me wrong, if you want to get rid of a physical item, so let's say I want to get rid of this cup. For whatever reason, I don't want to use this cup anymore. I can't ask the moon or the full moon to get rid of that cup because it's a physical object. If I want to get rid of that cup, I have to throw it in the bin to get rid of it. So, but you can. So let's stick with the cup. So if I want to get rid of that cup, I've got to throw it in the bin to get rid of it. But if I pick up this cup and to me it doesn't feel right, it feels horrible, I can ask the energy of the full moon that I can put this cup in the moonlight tonight and ask the moon to get rid of any energy that's on that cup. And the energy from the moon will remove any unwanted energy from that. If that makes any sense. So if it's a physical thing that you want to get rid of, you have to physically throw it out. But if there's something attached to that item, you can, like energy-wise, you can ask the moon, the full moon, to get rid of that unwanted energy that's around that item. So that's what basically it is. So you need to remember, like I said at the beginning, everything's energy. But you can't ask energy to get rid of a physical thing. Okay. Again, if that makes sense. You can charge an item. So like I said, with the full moon, it charges up the water with energy. You can charge up an item. So let's say there's someone in your life and you really want to get rid of that person. Again, you can use a full moon to charge up an item to give, again, to get rid of that person. Then you give the item to that person, and then hopefully the energy will do its work and remove that person from your life. But again, yeah, you can either use the energy. Again, it's like, well, this is where it gets confusing and a little bit deep, even for me. In theory, you can, like I said, charge that item to remove a person or to remove the energy from that person, if that makes any sense. This is where I'm getting myself a little bit confused. So, give that item to that person and then basically like a banishing spell, so to speak. And hopefully that person will move on, or their energy will change. So if you know someone that's sort of full of like unwanted energy and stuff like that, charge up the item, give it to that person. That will remove any unwanted energy. I think that makes sense. So in other words, in English, full moon is to get rid of any unwanted emotions or energy, or yeah. Again, if you can use the full moon again to get rid of, like, if you want to stop smoking, if you want to lose weight, if you want to stop drinking, stop gambling, that kind of thing, you can use the full moon to get rid of, to help you get rid of, I should say. But again, don't take my word on it. Obviously, always go and see a professional when it comes to things like health, mental health, and stuff like that. But you can use obviously the moon to help you along with the professional help, even from a doctor or whoever. That's the full moon. New moon, again, complete opposite. So to me, a new moon is to bring in new. So to bring in new energy, positive energy, loving energy, and again, wordism in the word, the wording is, is what it is, new. So if you want to bring in something new into your life, do the same thing with the moon water, put it out there, and I don't know, say something like thank you moon for bringing in positivity, to bring in money, and to bring in, so basically to bring in something that you want in your life. And again, you can use the water same way. Use it to clean in. Use it for, like I said, for that thing I just showed you earlier. But yeah, basically to bring in. So remember, so as long as you remember, new moon is to bring in, full moon is to take out. So remember, a full bin, so you've got a bin that's overflowing, and it's full, you take it out. So just remember, new moon, bring in, full moon, take out. If you remember that, you're on the right track. Again, you can charge up moon water with full moon and new moon. Again, with your crystals. So this is a piece of raw tiger eye. So yeah, this is a piece of raw tiger eye. So if I want to use this piece of tiger eye, so I can put not only this crystal, but all my crystals I've got, you can put those outside, put those on a windowsill. Some people go as far as to bury the items like crystals in the mud outside. I don't go that far. I'd either put them on the windowsill or just put them out on the table outside. And again, with a full moon, I can put that out there, and it will remove any energies that do not serve me anymore. Same with new moon, I can put it out there, and it will charge it with stuff, like with energy that I do need. So it has that balance. Again, you can use moon water again for positive and so on. I don't like talking about negative, but I feel once we start addressing the negativity that's in the world, negativity that's within ourselves, and with the everyday life that we live through, then once we address that and deal with that, then we can start bringing in positive positive energy. One of the things I've learned with negative energy is that we as humans will never grow in what we need to grow into. So if you want to, I don't know, be really into business, that's your passion, you really want to get into it, really you can't use negative energy to grow into that business. You need positive energy to help you grow. So yeah, once you deal with the negative and you know where the negative is coming from and you clear that negative out from your life and then replace it with positive energy, you'll find yourself growing in that business. I'm just using business as an example. It could be literally anything. It could be your home life, it could be your relationship with yourself and with others, relationships with food, etc. So yeah, the moon has quite a lot of benefits. Like when you think about it, people say, "Oh, it's all hocus pocus." Just think to yourself, if the moon has an effect on the ocean in the sense of high tide, low tide, then it can have an effect on anything else. It can have an effect on our mood. It can have an effect on the energy around us. It can affect anything. If it can make the tides go in and out, then it can affect more than just the oceans. So just remember that as well. In case you're starting to doubt what I'm saying. If it can mess around with the oceans, it can mess around with us. What else? This is where I like to have a couple of people in the chat room to ask me questions, you know. So yeah, I hope I've covered everything. Like I said, I don't write stuff down, guys. I just go off with what I'm saying. So yeah, that's a full moon and new moon. So at the moment we're in the full moon. So we've got that for the next couple of nights. So if there's anything that unwanted you want to get rid of, now's the time to work on those energies that you want to get rid of. Like I said, guys, it can be absolutely anything. Again, one of the things I've learned, which one of my good friends of mine has told me, which I didn't even think about. I can't remember what she said, but it's like a full moon in something. Let's have a quick look. Once I've destroyed my phone. Let's have a quick look. So she said there's a full moon in something. Full moon harvest. Aries. So there's a full moon in Aries. So again, with again new moon, full moon, it can also go into like birth signs. So you've got Aries, Gemini, and all that. So at the moment we're in full moon in Aries. So that explains why some people can be a bit grouchy, a bit miserable, a bit grouchy. Yeah. So again, that's something. If you like me to carry on talking about, the moon and what it can bring. I can talk a little bit more about star signs and the full moon. So yeah, that'd be quite interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I feel like I've talked enough. I've talked for the last 25 minutes. So I feel like I've done enough talking. Again, guys, if there's anything that you want me to touch upon, like I said, witchcraft, the moon, again, leave a comment below if you're watching this on replay. Yeah, leave a comment. Because again, I'm trying to spice up this channel a little bit. So I may do a couple of videos on the full moon, new moon, the moon, and witchcraft, as well as going to like I don't know, to places like I normally do, like the cemeteries and places like that. I like to spice it up a bit. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you made it to the end. And I will see you all in the live. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it does mean the world to me as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. I'll see you all soon, and have a beautiful day.